EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon from Lighthouse Point Golf Club, it's live third-round coverage of the Lighthouse Open. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. So a beautiful Saturday here, Frank, and it is certainly beautiful in the eye of our featured golfer. Everything has come up roses to this point in the tournament, leading here into the weekend and in search of that first ever PGA Tour victory, one that I think would say to the world, hey, I belong here.
This has been an incredible year for young players coming out, Rich, so I think this player would add their name to that list. They've got skill, they've certainly got nerve, and all they need is to finish the job. Maybe today's the day.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. It's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
I don't think that ball is going to wind up being playable. That area is considered out of bounds. Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker. That's much better. Super shot out of the bunker, and just a few feet left to finish it off. Yeah, that's good putt, although it is to save a double bogey here at the second. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3. And now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
No issues here. That is into the fairway.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Frank, as we stand here at the 4th and look out, no mistaking where we're at. I know I'm having some lobster for dinner tonight.
Oh, some clam chowder. The best comes from this area. Well, actually, for the ocean, though, anything that strays a little left off this tee will find that ocean. And believe me, there's been more than one ball hit down there. Generous fairway, that's really the goal, and the tiniest of green. If you find the green, you can have a birdie putt. Very short one indeed.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay the 3rd.
Just 104 left to the hole. Pin in the right front.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Now at the 5th hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, you sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Well, that's good touch right there. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay at 22 under. Par 3 6th is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
That's going to be on the putting surface and a birdie look straight ahead. Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. Just 5 feet left. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really, that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie. There's no way that ball could have gone through the tree, but somehow it did. It's finished up actually all right.
The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. 9 feet remaining here for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he's going to move to 23 under par. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
That might have been a little more break than he was expecting, as that one winds up undercutting the hole. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain at 23 under par. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway.
Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5.
Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th. And that will mean it's an even par score of 35 on this front side. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brandt is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that, that lead is going to increase.
Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. He's got it to 25 under par now. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards. And more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh, yes, that was tracking the whole way. What a putt that was. It's down for an eagle. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Well, that is not very good at all. That could cost him.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20. You just wish you took the shorter club now.
Yeah, too much spin coming out of that sand. Not quite the run out you're looking for, and that'll come up a wee bit short. And missteps there. It is a par here at 12. He'll remain at 27 under. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people probably will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and tee. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the two bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Down to Iona, this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
that's a pretty good putt, just a little bit off the mark. Well judged, that is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is. Starting the 14th hole. Okay, that one's dancing. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, Rich, I've been in there, I've taken a good look at this one, and I'm not seeing a lot in it. Up the slope, not a great deal of break. Confident roll required.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. '15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand, left, and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long. Now, it didn't quite allow for that breeze. You can see it take the ball completely across the fairway into the first cut.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Nope. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
And I think he was a little wary of hitting the ball too far there, and he winds up leaving it short. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par fives. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Nope, that's going to come to rest way short of the hole. That was wrong from the start. Well, look here for birdie at 17.
And this is when you'd expect to make more often than not. Not too much undulation, maybe just a slight move to the right.
Got it there, but not quite on target. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, at last we're at number 18, and Frank, I have really enjoyed this golf course, and now when you see the lighthouse in the distance, it really makes it that much more special.
It is. The beacon will always take you home, and speaking of home, this finishing hole, it bends to the left, a good tee shot will somehow find the fairway and just leave you a short iron in, and of course, you make 3 here, and then that smile's going to light up like a beacon.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. And that will make this a sub-70 round of 69. So our featured golfer likely going to be doing a little tossing and turning tonight, working with a 54-hole lead and looking for that first PGA Tour